Avatar Legends is probably one of the most hyped fighting games of the year, but they have completely fumbled the launch, and it's honestly kinda sad. The first thing they messed up is the Switch release of the game. The Switch 1 version runs like it's powered on a potato, which is fair. The Switch is a very limited console, and the Switch 2 version should be a lot better. The only problem with this is that the Switch 2 version doesn't come out until October. Keep in mind that is just when the physical version of the game releases, so it could be out digitally earlier. And by then, the hype will probably be completely died down. It's so weird to me that these games don't just start with the Switch 2 version releasing. It runs at the same rate as a PS5, and it's literally the newest generation of consoles. It's like if Miles Morales released on PS4, and then you had to wait 3 months to get it on PS5. It's really stupid. Luckily, you can still buy the Switch 1 version on Switch 2 with a slight upgrade in docked mode, but the handheld version is pretty much exactly the same, and let's be honest, whoever uses dock mode of their Switch? There also isn't an upgrade pack, so if you buy the Switch 1 version, you're going to have to buy the game again for a higher price, just so it can actually run properly. The last problem with the Switch version is that it's literally just completely missing some features. The biggest of which being crossplay, which is a pretty big part of any multiplayer game. And even though the team said they are going to add it later, it doesn't change the fact that for now, you can't play with strangers or even your friends who have the game on other consoles. The Deluxe Edition also just isn't on Switch. I have no idea why this is, so if anyone knows in the comments, please tell me. And the cherry bomb on top of the poison cake? The game doesn't even have the most recent update. All this leads to Switch players being completely screwed over. Also, I just found out while editing this that the only version of the game that they have on Switch is English. Come on. But at least they don't have it as bad as Xbox players, who just can't play the game. And it's not like the players knew about this ahead of time, because the team announced that it was delayed 10 hours before the game was supposed to drop. This is absolutely insane, and I don't think I've ever seen this happen to a fighting game before, at least not one I can remember. At least they only have to wait until September though, which isn't the worst gaming delay ever, but it must be so frustrating for people who were incredibly excited for the game and even pre-ordered it. We also just don't know why the game was delayed. They said it was an issue, but that really doesn't narrow it down, and I can't think of any reason this shouldn't have released at the same time, along with the PS5 and PC versions. Now, those are the main problems with the launch, but many players have also described the game as unfinished, lacking many basic fighting game features, like the ability to change the difficulty of story mode and arcade mode, a buggy training mode, a bare-bones menu, and only being able to have 2-player lobbies. All this combined just caused the release of Avatar Legends to be a complete mess, and hopefully they can fix these issues before the game just dies.